Welcome to your channel name. Are you sitting on a hidden treasure? Imagine turning a simple quarter into $1 million fortune overnight. Today, we're diving into the truth behind the so-called rare and valuable bicentennial Washington quarters. Are they really worth a fortune or just a myth? Stay tuned as we uncover which coins could make you rich and how to spot genuine treasures in your pocket change. Don't miss this. Your next coin might be worth thousands. Let's get started! Welcome to your channel name. Are you sitting on a hidden treasure? Imagine turning a simple quarter into $1 million fortune overnight. Today, we're diving into the truth behind the so-called 1980 Washington quarter, minted in Philadelphia and bearing the P mint mark, holds particular interest among numismatists. This coin was part of the ongoing series honoring the first U.S. President, George Washington, a design that began in 1932. In 1980, the Philadelphia Mint produced approximately 635,132,000 of these quarters. Notably, 1980 marked the introduction of the P mint mark on quarters, a practice that continues today. In terms of composition, the 1980 Washington quarter consists of 91.67% copper and 8.33% nickel, resulting in a total weight of 5.67 grams. The obverse features John Flanagan's portrait of George Washington, while the reverse showcases an eagle with outstretched wings. The coin measures 24.3 mm in diameter. The value of a 1980 P Washington quarter largely depends on its condition. Circulated coins typically hold only face value. However, uncirculated coins can fetch higher prices. For instance, coins in mint state 60, MS60 condition, are valued at approximately $7.13. Coins in higher mint state grades, such as MS65, can command prices ranging from $1 to $10,000, depending on factors like luster and strike quality. While the 1980 P Washington quarter is collectible, it doesn't typically reach values that would make one a millionaire overnight. However, certain U.S. coins have achieved such remarkable valuations. For example, the 1943 D bronze Lincoln cent, an error coin struck on a bronze planchet instead of the intended steel, fetched $840,000 at auction. Similarly, the 1913 Liberty Head nickel is renowned for its scarcity, with only 5 known examples. One such coin sold for $3.2 million at auction, underscoring the immense value rare coins can attain. Bicentennial coins, minted in 1975 and 1976 to commemorate the United States' 200th anniversary, also hold significant interest. These coins, including quarters, half dollars, and dollars, feature unique designs and dual dating. 1776, 1976. While many were produced, certain high-grade specimens, especially those in silver or with pristine proof finishes, can be valuable. It's crucial for collectors to authenticate and grade their coins accurately, as subtle differences can substantially impact value. Professional grading services offer evaluations that can confirm a coin's condition and authenticity, providing assurance to both buyers and sellers. In conclusion, while the 1980 P Washington quarter is a notable piece for collectors, it doesn't typically reach the astronomical values seen with some rare U.S. coins. However, possessing coins with unique errors, low mintages, or historical significance can indeed lead to substantial financial rewards in the numismatic market. There is no bicentennial Washington quarter minted in 1988. The bicentennial quarters were only produced in 1975 and 1976, to commemorate the 200th anniversary of the United States independence. These quarters feature a special dual date, 1776-1976, and a unique reverse design of a colonial drummer by Jack L.R. No quarters with the bicentennial design were issued in 1988. The 1988 Washington quarter with a P mint mark was produced at the Philadelphia Mint, with a total mintage of over 562 million coins. Like other quarters of its time, it features the standard design by John Flanagan, with George Washington's portrait on the obverse and an eagle with outstretched wings on the reverse. The coin is made of a copper-nickel-clad composition, weighs 5.67 grams, and has a diameter of 24.3 millimeters. In circulated condition, the 1988 P quarter is worth only its face value of 25 cents. Uncirculated specimens, however, can have a higher value to collectors. A mint state MS65 example might sell for $5 to $10, while coins graded MS67 or higher by professional grading services like PCGS or NGC could be worth $100 or more. Despite these higher values for high-grade coins, none of them are worth anywhere close to $1 million. There are no major known errors or varieties for the 1988 P Washington quarter that would make it significantly valuable, unlike some rare U.S. coins, such as the 1913 Liberty Head nickel, the 1804 draped bust dollar, or the 1943 bronze Lincoln cent. No 1988 quarters have reached extremely high auction prices. Coins that become valuable typically have minting errors, very low mintage numbers, or historical significance. Some online sources and videos spread misleading information about common quarters, falsely claiming they are worth millions. However, no verified auction records or expert numismatic sources have ever reported a 1988 P quarter selling for such amounts. If you think you have a rare quarter, it's best to have it authenticated and graded by a professional service like PCGS or NGC. For collectors looking for valuable quarters, the most desirable ones include early Washington quarters with low mintages, silver quarters from before 1965, and certain state quarters with errors. Bicentennial quarters that hold value today are mainly the 40% silver versions made for collectors, which can be worth $10 to $50 depending on condition. High-grade examples in MS-68 or higher might be worth several hundred to a few $1,000s. If you're looking for truly valuable U.S. quarters, some key dates include the 1932D and 1932S Washington quarters, which have low mintages and are worth thousands in high-grade condition. Certain error coins, like the 2004 Wisconsin quarter with an extra leaf, have also sold for hundreds or thousands of dollars. These types of coins, not common 1988 quarters, are what serious collectors seek. In conclusion, the 1988 P Washington quarter is not a rare or valuable coin, and there is no such thing as a bicentennial quarter from that year. While some U.S. quarters can be extremely valuable, modern quarters like the 1988 P typically hold little collector value unless they are in exceptionally high grades. Always verify coin values through trusted numismatic sources and professional grading services to avoid misinformation. There is no bicentennial Washington quarter minted in 1979. The official bicentennial quarters were produced only in 1975 and 1976 to celebrate the 200th anniversary of the United States independence. These coins are easily recognizable by their dual date 1776-1976 on the obverse, and a unique colonial drummer design on the reverse, created by artist Jack L.R. If you found a quarter from 1979, it is not a bicentennial coin. The 1979 P Washington quarter was minted at the Philadelphia Mint, with a total mintage of over 515 million coins. Like other standard quarters of this period, it features the traditional George Washington portrait on the obverse by John Flanagan and an eagle with outstretched wings on the reverse. These coins are made of a copper nickel-clad composition and weigh 5.67 grams. In circulated condition, the 1979 P quarter is generally worth its face value of 25 cents. However, if you have a high-grade, uncirculated specimen, it could be worth significantly more. A coin graded MS-65 may fetch $5 to $10, while those graded MS-67 or higher could sell for $100 to $300 or more. The value increases sharply for coins with exceptional strike quality and minimal surface flaws. The 1979 P quarter does not have a known key date status or special variety that makes it inherently rare. However, certain error coins from this period can be valuable. Potential errors to watch for include off-center strikes, double die errors, clipped planchets, quarters struck on the wrong metal planchet, which are exceptionally rare and can command impressive prices. Despite rumors online, there are no verified reports of a 1979 P quarter selling for millions of dollars. Claims suggesting that these coins could make you a billionaire overnight are false. While rare coins like the 1932 D Washington quarter, 1943 bronze Lincoln cent, or the 1913 Liberty Head nickel have sold for huge sums, the 1979 P quarter is a common issue with limited collector value unless it's an exceptional specimen. For those interested in valuable Washington quarters, focus on recognized key dates such as the 1932 D and 1932 S quarters, or rare error varieties like the 2004 Wisconsin quarter with an extra leaf. Additionally, 40% silver bicentennial quarters, produced for collectors in 1976, can be valuable in high grades, fetching $50 to $500 depending on condition. If you believe you found a rare or valuable 1979 P quarter, consider having it authenticated and graded by a reputable service, such as PCGS or NGC. These organizations can confirm its authenticity, grade its condition, and provide an accurate market value. In conclusion, the 1979 P Washington quarter is not a bicentennial coin and does not hold extreme value unless it's in pristine condition or has a notable minting error. While some modern coins can be surprisingly valuable, the 1979 P quarter is generally only worth its face value, unless it stands out as a rare high-grade example. Always rely on trusted numismatic resources and professional grading services for accurate coin evaluations. There is no such thing as a bicentennial quarter from 1969 with a P mint mark. The bicentennial Washington quarter was only minted in 1975 and 1976 to commemorate the 200th anniversary of American independence. These special quarters have a dual date, 1776-1976, on the obverse, and feature a colonial drummer design on the reverse, created by Jack L. R. If you have a 1969 quarter, it is simply a standard Washington quarter and not part of the bicentennial series. The 1969 Washington quarter. Important facts. The 1969 Washington quarter was part of the copper-nickel-clad era, which began in 1965 when the U.S. Mint removed silver from quarters due to rising silver prices. The 1969 quarter was struck in Philadelphia, P, Denver, D, and San Francisco, S. However, only the Denver and San Francisco mints had mint marks, while quarters from Philadelphia do not have a P mint mark. The P mint mark wasn't added to Philadelphia quarters until 1980. Is a 1969 quarter valuable? Most 1969 quarters are only worth face value, 25 cents, because they were minted in large numbers. However, rare varieties, mint errors, and high-grade examples can be worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars. Rare and valuable 1969 quarter errors. Some 1969 quarters have minting errors that make them more valuable to collectors. Here are the most important ones. 1969, doubled die obverse, DDO, error. Some 1969 quarters show doubling in the inscriptions, especially in Liberty and In God We Trust. These can be worth $100 to $500 or more, depending on severity. 1969. Off-center strikes. If a 1969 quarter was struck off-center with part of the design missing, it can be worth $50 to $300 plus, depending on how misaligned it is. 1969 clipped planchet error. Part of the coin's edge is missing due to a minting error. It may be worth $50 to $150.4. 1969 quarter struck on the wrong planchet. Some 1969 quarters were mistakenly struck on planchets meant for dimes, nickels, or even foreign coins. These errors can sell for $1,000 to $5,000 plus, depending on rarity. High-grade 1969 quarters, MS-67 or higher. Most 1969 quarters were heavily circulated, making high-quality, MS-67 or higher, coins rare. A top-grade 1969 quarter can sell for $1,000 plus at auction. How to identify a valuable 1969 quarter? Look for doubling. Check Liberty and In God We Trust for a double image. Check for errors. Off-center strikes, clipped planchets, and wrong planchet errors can add value. Examine the condition. The fewer scratches and marks, the more valuable it is. Estimated value of a 1969 quarter circulated condition, 0.25. 1 MS-65, mint state, $5. 20 EMS-67. Or higher, $200. 1,000 plus rare errors, $100, 5,000 plus, depending on type. $1,000,000 myths. Separating fact from fiction. There are no known 1969 quarters worth millions of dollars. Claims that these coins can make you a billionaire overnight are false. The most valuable coins in history, such as the 1933 Double Eagle or the 1794 Flowing Hair Dollar, have sold for millions, but no regular 1969 quarter has reached that level. How to authenticate your 1969 quarter if you believe you have a rare or valuable 1969 quarter. Send it to a professional grading service such as PCGS, Professional Coin Grading Service, or NGC, Numismatic Guarantee Company. These experts can certify its authenticity and condition, which can significantly increase its market value. Final thoughts: the 1969 Washington quarter is not a bicentennial coin and will not make you a billionaire. However, certain error coins, doubled dies, and high-grade specimens can be worth thousands. If you're serious about coin collecting, focus on rare errors, silver coins, and professionally graded high-condition specimens. Always authenticate valuable coins before selling them to avoid scams and lowball offers.